everyone, welcome to Culinary Kits for Kids, and today's recipe is going to be a nacho soup. So it's going to be pretty delicious. We're going to have a lot of ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and just go through all of them. So you're going to have a can of corn in your kit. You're going to have some canned chicken, a can of black beans, and a can of fire roasted tomatoes, okay? You're also going to have an onion, cilantro. You're going to have some garlic, some dried milk, some taco seasoning and comino, a bouillon cube, which are these little cubes, some cheese, and some chips. So it's a lot, but we're all going to throw it in the pot and it's going to mix together and it's going to be so delicious. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some oil in a pot and we're going to let that pot get hot, medium heat, okay? And while that pot gets hot, we're going to work on our onion because this is what's going to cook first. So with your kid-friendly knife, we're going to go ahead and take this part, the top part of the onion off, okay? So seesaw motion, using all those muscles, just take that top part off. And I'm going to go ahead and put my flat side onto my cutting board. That way there's a flat surface. And I'm going to cut this onion in half using that seesaw motion. There we go. I got 2 halves. Now I'm going to take my skin off of the onion, so that skin just protects the onion, right? It's beautiful when you take the skin off. Sometimes the skin looks ugly and then you peel it off and the onion is perfect inside, right? So no worries, just take that skin off. And if you cry, that's okay. I already feel like I'm gonna cry. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make lines in my onion, and then I'm just gonna cut it. I'm gonna make a line down. Ooh, I'm crying. And now that I've made lines down, I just cried a little. The onion makes you do that sometimes. So I got my lines down the onion. Now I'm gonna put a line through the middle, just like this. Oop, little piece came off, that's okay. Just like that, and then I'm gonna go down. And I'm gonna make chunks with my onion, okay? The onion is cut. We're gonna put it in our pot that has a little bit of oil. It's already hot. And that's how you know it's ready, okay? Got that sizzle going on. Now we're gonna wanna mix the onion until all that oil coats the onion. Be careful because the pot's hot, okay? Just mix all that onion up. We're gonna saute it for about 5 to 6 minutes until it gets nice and clear and translucent, all right? Okay, everyone, the onion has been cooking for about 4 minutes. We're gonna throw in our garlic. And the garlic's just gonna cook for 1 minute, okay? We don't need to cook it long. So we're just gonna saute the garlic with the onion for 1 minute. Or until you really start to smell the garlic, and then it's ready. Okay. Add your spices after a minute. I threw in my comino right now and my taco seasoning. And you're just gonna stir that up with your onion and garlic. Just until you smell those spices. Once you smell them, we're gonna throw in our canned goods, okay? All right, so now we're gonna throw in our corn. I already drained it, so there's no water in here. I opened and I drained it. Throw it in there. Diced tomatoes. For your chicken, you're gonna wanna drain your chicken, okay? There's liquid in here. Just very careful because the lid is sharp. Throw it in. And your black beans as well, okay? Just take all that juice out. And you could rinse them if you'd like, or you could just put them in like this. Give everything a stir, mix it around. Break up that chicken. And the last thing we're gonna do here is put in the chicken broth. So you're gonna get your cubes, and you're gonna get 4 cups of water, so about 2 bottles of water. And you're just gonna throw everything in, and with the heat and you mixing it, the cubes will disappear, okay? So I'm just gonna pop them in there. 4 cups of water into your pot. This is gonna be the base for our soup. We're gonna bring this to a boil, cut the heat, and we're gonna simmer for 15 minutes, okay? So once this comes to a boil, lower the heat, put the lid on, we're gonna simmer for 15 minutes. It's been about 12 minutes, we have the soup simmering, so I'm gonna go ahead and do our other ingredients. We're gonna make our milk, so you're gonna need 1 cup of water and your dried milk. All you're gonna do is mix it up in your cup. And you're gonna wanna just get all those big chunks of the powdered milk to disappear, because we want a smooth consistency. Just like that. All right, and we're not gonna need a whole cup of milk. We're gonna need about 3/4 of a cup, so measure out 3/4 of a cup. And you can save the rest of the milk. If you have a little cookie, you could dip it in there. Drink it, whatever you wanna do. We're gonna put our milk into the soup along with our cheese, okay? Go ahead and throw your cheese in there as well. Give it a good mix. You're gonna wanna mix that milk with everything and get that cheese mixed in there. Yummy. We're gonna let that cheese melt. And while that cheese melts, I'm gonna chop up my cilantro that you have in your kit. I like to bunch it up just like this, make a little bunch out of it. And then with my knife, just going to cut it up the best I can. You can even rip it with your fingers. And this is just gonna give a lot of freshness to our soup. It's gonna be hot, but it's gonna taste fresh, okay? Got that cilantro cut up. Mix the soup here. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw in our cilantro. Okay. And there you have it, guys. The soup is done. So all we need to do is get a spoon. I have my bowl right here. I'm gonna put the soup into our bowl. And then you're gonna have some chips in your kit also. You can either break them in there, or you could just leave them whole, have them on the side and dip them in your soup. And this is the finished product, everybody. This is your nacho soup. So good, took about 30 minutes altogether. Hope you like it, guys.